Introduction. AINB. Commonly but inaccurately referred to as the mandibular nerve block. It is a useful technique for quadrant dentistry. A supplemental block, buccal nerve, is needed only if soft tissue anesthesia in the buccal posterior region is necessary. Nerves anesthetized. 1. Inferior alveolar, a branch of the posterior division of the mandibular. 2. Incisive. 3. Mental. 4. Lingual. Areas anesthetized. 1. Mandibular teeth to the midline. 2. Body of the mandible, inferior portion of the ramus. 3. Buccal mucoperiosteum, mucous membrane anterior to the mandibular first molar, mental nerve. 4. Anterior 2/3 of the tongue and floor of the oral cavity, lingual nerve. 5. Lingual soft tissues and periosteum, lingual nerves. Indications. 1. Procedures on multiple mandibular teeth in one quadrant. 2. When buccal soft tissue anesthesia, anterior to the first molar, is necessary. 3. When lingual soft tissue anesthesia is necessary. Contraindications. 1. Infection or acute inflammation in the area of injection, rare. 2. Patients who might bite either the lip or the tongue, for instance, a very young child or a physically or mentally handicapped adult or child. Technique 1. A 25-gauge long needle is recommended for the adult patient. Area of insertion. Mucous membrane on the medial side of the mandibular ramus at the intersection of two lines, one horizontal, representing the height of injection, and the other vertical, representing the anteroposterior plane of injection. Target area, inferior alveolar nerve, as it passes downward toward the mandibular foramen, but before it enters into the foramen. Landmarks. A. Coronoid notch, greatest concavity on the anterior border of the ramus. B. Pterygomandibular raphe. C. Occlusal plane of the mandibular posterior teeth. There are 3 parameters that must be considered during the administration of the IANB. 1. The height of the injection. 2. The anteroposterior placement of the needle, which helps to locate a precise needle entry point. And 3. The depth of penetration, which determines the location of the inferior alveolar nerve. 1. Height of injection. Place the index finger or thumb of your left hand in the coronoid notch. An imaginary line extends posteriorly from the fingertip and the coronoid notch to the deepest part of the pterygomandibular raphe as it turns vertically upward toward the maxilla, determining the height of injection. This imaginary line should be parallel with the occlusal plane of the mandibular molar teeth. Notice the placement of the syringe barrel at the corner of the mouth, usually corresponding to the premolars. The needle insertion point lies 3/4 of the anteroposterior distance from the coronoid notch back to the deepest part of the pterygomandibular raphe. 2. Anteroposterior needle penetration occurs at the intersection of 2 points. A. Point 1 falls along the horizontal line from the coronoid notch to the deepest part of the pterygomandibular raphe, as it ascends vertically toward the palate as just described. B. Point 2 is on a vertical line through point 1, about 3/4 of the distance from the anterior border of the ramus. This determines the anteroposterior site of the injection. 3. Penetration depth. Bone must be contacted. The average depth of penetration to bony contact will be 20 to 25 millimeters, approximately 2/3 to 3/4 the length of a long dental needle. Procedure. When bone is contacted, withdraw approximately 1 millimeter to prevent subperiosteal injection. Aspirate. If negative, slowly deposit 1.5 milliliters of anesthetic over a minimum of 60 seconds. Slowly withdraw the syringe, and when approximately half its length remains within tissues, re-aspirate. If negative, deposit a portion of the remaining solution, 0.1 milliliters, to anesthetize the lingual nerve. After approximately 20 seconds, return the patient to the upright or semi-upright position. Wait 3 to 5 minutes before commencing the dental procedure. Signs and symptoms. 1. Subjective. Tingling or numbness of the lower lip. 2. Subjective. Tingling or numbness of the tongue. 3. Objective. No pain is felt during dental therapy. Complication 1. Hematoma 2. Trismus 3. Transient facial paralysis.